Happy holidays, AirMech community! As you can see, this is the month of December with the wreaths and garland and all that stuff and lights around the fort. So this is a ranked 3v3 on Salt between blue team on the left side, Titofigue, I think that's how you say it, in the Void Helix, HIMKO in the Gothic Warthog, and xDarkKnightx in the Gothic Osprey, and their opponents, the green team on the right side. Tamil in the Steampunk Neo, mrbrush in the Pumpkin Saucer, and propropropro in the Chrome Saucer. So it's Saucer Neo versus Helix Hog Osprey, something more normal, more standard that you would see. And Saucer Neo, definitely not something that you would normally see, especially in high tier 3v3s. It does look like the green team going pretty standard, going for their for their forward outpost first, but the blue team going straight for mid, got that neutralization immediately, and they have a lot of units up here, and it will probably not be not that difficult for them to grab this bottom outpost. I don't think it's really in danger of the green team taking it or anything, although the green team with a disadvantage at this top outpost, does look like they might want to consider taking the the blue team's bottom left like this. So Propro is actually doing that right now, but they are much further from their their next outpost than the green team is, or sorry, than the blue team is. And blue team grabbing this bottom left outpost under their control. The Titofigue up here has been able to clear the left side of the neutral. So is there any artillery? Okay, there is an artillery pointing in, and no. Okay, there is a jammer over here, but right now in this current patch, the jammer does not really deflect very much. So there is probably going to be another balance change to help with that. Just messing with artillery and jamming a little bit more. But in the meantime, right now, artillery is incredibly strong simply due to the effects or lack thereof of jamming. And as you can see right there, one artillery did go down. Blue team has been able to grab their forward and secure it a little bit. Not really much threat down here on the bottom right of the green team. So it does look like the blue team will probably be able to secure this middle outpost. I don't know though. This green force could probably push in as long as they had the proper mech support. That's definitely important. Oh, and mrbrush actually abducting, with Propro, abducting some Longhorn over there, so they are getting extra forces, and does look like Dark Knight is probably going to be able to kill this first before mrbrush is able to abduct it, and yes, he is able to kill that Jackal. It's not a huge loss. The tanks are much more valuable in terms of abducting. It does look like the blue team has been able to grab this top outpost one more time under their control, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to hold it with their artillery firing in. It's only one Archie. I think that's an Archie. And yeah, it's not a huge threat, but it's definitely something significant. It does look like Tamil did drop a Gemini right there at the corner. And Dark Knight here defending against another Longhorn drop, but this tank has not been responded to quite yet, and HIMKO is here as well as a dropped tank by Titofigue, I think. And doesn't look like green team has not been able to break this blue unit cluster over here. Blue team still having the top outpost under their control, and does not look like the double saucer has been able to play that much of an effect, that much of an impact. Had that much of an impact, except for the multiple abducting, which is really good by these two players working together. It's very impressive, and it does look like the green team has been able to make a little bit of work on the blue team's top units here, but the blue team, reinforcing it with much more. Oh, and Titofigue bombing, so it does look like they are going to be able to soften up this green unit cluster. How much artillery is pointing in? One, and that's about it. It doesn't look like there's two Archies down on the field for the blue team, I think, or two Arties. Yes, that is Artie. And I don't think that the blue team has any other artillery out in the field, seeing as all our units are allocated here and here. Does look like the green team still trying to build up whatever unit force that they can over here, but it's a widespread sideways line here versus more of a a vertical line. Well, I guess on the screen it's horizontal, but in terms of just fighting straight up, it's more up down versus side to side, is I guess the way you can think about it. And two Archies down here pointing in for the green team as well. It does look like I don't know, the blue team has a huge, massive unit force over here, and Titofigue just doing quick scout. Could harass some moneymakers, but decides not to and goes back to the main battle, which I don't know if that would have been productive. I think it probably would have been, because he is a Helix, and with those missiles probably would have been able to get a lot of units killed, or at least got those moneymakers killed pretty quickly. But Propro actually abducting this T99 here, so lots of units being taken for free by the green team, and Propro probably just going to keep abducting, I would guess. Yeah, just the Gaddy now, just more, more cannon fodder, so the blue team's units, take a lot longer to soften up. Oh, and the blue team actually moving out. I don't know about this move. I would assume this is set on Y because they're going down. If it was set on T, I think it would be going this way instead. but let's see how this plays out for the blue team. I don't really think it's going to play out very positively, in my opinion. That's just my guess, just because they are pushing into 2 saucers, death ray, doing quite a lot of damage. Right now, the upkeep is 77, 75 to 63, so the blue team's actually losing units very rapidly, whereas the green team is not losing them as rapidly. So now the upkeep is actually quite even, so the green team has made a lot of ground just by successfully defending against this blue push. Titofigue might be able to finish off Propro on the ground. No, Propro lifting off and blinking very, very quick with that blink. Such a powerful move, in my opinion. Oh, and apparently there was a tank drop over here by the blue team, but Tamil here to defend. Does look like he'll be able to body block and block with his Gemini, so they'll be pretty much okay with that. The green team still holding pretty heavily. 63 to 75 is the green team. Yes, the green team now deciding to counter push in. A 1 artillery blocking the way, so they really got to support this push. The front tank does die pretty quickly, so yeah, I mean, they really got to support this push, start microing, and get those blocking artillery out of the way, maybe firing in from a different angle, which would be a really productive thing to do. However, the green team push is kind of splitting up. HIMKO going down to Mr. Brush's death ray. Propro and Mr. Brush both death raying in incredibly strong, but their units are very split up. It does look like they do have to retreat for a little bit. Once again, the artillery blocking huge detriment to that push. It's 62 to 63, so it's about even in terms of unit upkeep, but most of the blue units are sitting over here in the middle of the battle, whereas the green team's units are kind of spread out. A lot of them in fort defense right here. And it does look like the green team will probably not be able to get the best of this exchange, but we will see. Mr. Brush firing with his death ray and able to get out of there. Titofigue able to kill him with those helix rockets. Such a powerful, such a powerful ability. Just able to kill any mech on the ground for the most part. But Propro also firing in. Tamil with a little bit of micro support. This green team not stopping the pressure. Lots of units actually over here with the green team. Let's see if Propro can actually break this. Tamil trying to go for the neutralize, and that would be huge. Dark Knight really low in health, but does get back to that outpost before he gets finished off with any of the green units. And right now the green team has been held off in that push right now. Let's see if they can actually get this neutralized. Tamil's still bringing more units. A Seeker even, kind of random, but now going to go do a quick scout. Not going to do, is he going to do some oh, not able to harass that up there at the top. But yeah, right now Propro, pushing in with even more tanks. HIMKO really low in health and does get finished off by that Gemini at the front. And okay, the green team has been able to neutralize this top outpost, and let's see if their assault will work now. There's only one mech to defend, and it's an Osprey. It's not the Helix or the Warthog. HIMKO, okay, now Titofigue does come back to the fight, but the outpost is still not under blue team's control. Titofigue looks like he's real low in health too. Dark Knight might go down as well. They have been able to grab the outpost back under the control. They really need to lift off and heal, but this will go right back down to neutral with both Saucer's death ray firing so much death ray, and it's incredibly strong. With the cover of the units have been able to do quite a lot of DPS. It's 38 to 41. The upkeep is slightly favoring the green team, and it does look like this battle is going to be swinging in the green team's favor, able to reinforce their units incredibly quickly and incredibly efficiently. Now the green team has been able to take control of that middle outpost, and the blue team on the ropes, not with that many units, and unit dump after taking that middle outpost under the control. Propro and Mr. Brush are going to be able to clean up very easily with those death rays. And yeah, the blue team's just going to be completely cleared out of this middle outpost. They really do need to pull back. HIMKO activating that ultimate, but I highly doubt he'll believe. Oh, but with Dark Knight healing him, he will probably be okay. No, the death ray finishing him off. Actually, the Seeker getting the last hit, but lots of damage from that death ray, and the blue team losing that top outpost. Wow, probably one of the longest mid attrition, not even attrition, like one of the longest mid assaults, because they pushed and they pushed and they kept reinforcing and they pushed again, and they were able to death ray and clean up all the blue units. And wow, great job by that green team, and that double death ray by Mr. Brush and Propro doing so much damage. Incredible work by that green team, and right now they have been able to turn the tide on the battle and switch the complete map control. Well, I don't know if you can call it complete, but switch the map control that the blue team previously had, and now it's in the green team's favor, 45 to 46 at this point. And with a 3 fast mechs on the green side, it's going to be very difficult for the green team to do anything, or sorry, for the blue team to make a comeback. And both of these players just doing a lot of abducting. I'm pretty sure they took the T99 that was over here. I'm assuming this is the honeypot. Oh no, it's a ratchet. Either way, they are just doing a lot of abducting. They were able to get that Gatling. Tamil very low on health, and gets finished off by HIMKO on the way back to his outpost. And does look like we have a drop over here by Mr. Brush. No, he's just gonna go. He was just going for harass, or maybe for a little bit of abduct. And now does look like he will probably get finished off here. All 3 blue mechs mechs in the area, very, very dangerous. You need to lift off extra early when all 3 mechs are in that area, especially in a high tier game, because you are not going to be able to get away unless you're like a really sneaky Saucer or Neo, and at that time Mr. Brush was not able to make away fast enough. And a Devastator out on the field for Dark Knight, able to kill one Gemini. Will he be able to finish off some more? Getting support by Titofigue. Dark Knight pulling back. I don't know why. He had like full energy and a teammate over there, and so he would have been able to heal up that Devastator for a pretty long time. But HIMKO now trying to kill what he can, going for the neutralization. Oh, not prioritizing, switching targets, and does look like he will be finished off over here once again with 3 green mechs in the area. Will he be saved by Dark Knight? No, it does look like Pro will be able to finish him off on the ground. Oh, okay, there you go. Mr. Brush getting that last hit right as he transforms. But now Dark Knight changing the fight with the Devastator to the top outpost. So they are going to try to take back mid again. Dark Knight not going to be getting that abducted by Mr. Brush. So right now it does look like Dark Knight, does have to pull back that Devastator. And a drop by Titofigue. 3 Dillos. Let's see if we can get them all in the corners. No, he's not going to. Oh, he's going to spread them out. I don't know. All on the corners is really strong, especially with 3 Dillos. 3 Dillos has incredibly good, cost effectiveness in terms of damage and a little bit on health, I think. It's just that they're just not that survivable just because, per Dillo, they die pretty quickly. But not dropping on the corners really would. I would really like to see dropping on the corners. Titofigue getting killed in that retreat by Pro. And HIMKO here using the Devastator as cover. Where is Dark Knight? Dark Knight really needs to support that Devastator. That Osprey is essential to keeping that Devastator alive. If you lose that Devastator, it's a huge credit loss. And Dark Knight here is going to start to heal it up and retreat it back. I don't really think they got very far. Maybe they got 1 unit killed. I don't think they even got a unit killed. Oh, and it does look like the green team has started to push out their units that they had sitting here at their forward outpost, going straight through mid. Does the green team see it? No, Mr. Brush dropping a couple Longhorn to distract and keeping them at the back outpost right now. And actually HIMKO going at the top fight. Has blue team scouted this quite yet? Now they definitely see it. HIMKO sees the front. The Rollers are here, and the Devastator here to block, but I don't know if you can really use the Devastator to block against Rollers, because the Rollers will just push them away. However, lots of damage going down the Rollers. The Rollers actually getting killed. It does look like this push will be shut down as it's not very large, and lots of units sitting over here, including that Devastator for the blue team. Does look like the green team will get completely slaughtered in this push, although the Death Rays will do quite a lot of damage, and lots of low health units. Dillos and that Moneymaker over here. Dark Knight forced, or the, Titofigue forced to pull that Devastator back, but every single unit for the green team has been killed, except for a couple of stray infantry, which are pretty much meaningless at this point. And now the green team is at 75 to 78. They are at 78 upkeep and getting closer to even with the blue team. The blue team might be able to counter push. However, they have this pretty well defended, and the path from here across the bridges are just a huge bottleneck and slow down pushes like crazy. HIMKO gonna try to finish off Pro. No, Pro was able to abduct that before getting chased away. And now they are going to have to replace it. Okay, they put a lunchbox down. This is probably a good decision. The fort drops are not really going to play that much of a factor here. Oh, and actually, who did this? I would assume that was Tito, because he just got killed by Mr. Brush, and his dropped Dillo just got killed as well. But they are chipping away at the green team's health. And at this point, this is one of those classic salt stalemates. Where as you just saw, the green team tried to move in to kind of break that typical stalemate. But they were not able to be successful. I mean, Mr. Brush did drop those distraction Longhorns with that drop, did sacrifice his life, was a pretty good distraction, but probably timing-wise was not really at the right time. It probably would have benefited them to do that a little bit later once the push was about to hit. And it does look like the green team's pushing in one more time, and at this time, it doesn't really look like there's much defenses for the blue team at this point. And HIMKO gonna try to start attacking. Oh, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't go for this right now. I mean, the neutralization would be huge if they actually got it. Let's see if the green team can actually manage that. Tamil barely getting away there, and it does look like the green team is going to have a massive unit line. It's not even a line because of the formations. It's 3 at a time. So a massive unit army just moving straight into this top left outpost, and it's a huge. Even though they're able to finish off these front units, there's still several rows and columns of these of the green units firing and coming in. And Pro with that Death Ray. Where is Mr. Brush to support with the Death Ray as well? He is gonna. Oh, and the debuff gets dropped by Pro as well. And so the green team looks like they are gonna. Oh man, the blue team. Okay, the blue team losing this outpost under out of their control. But it does look like the blue team is pushing out as well. They have decided to push out at the same time. Right after the green team pushed out, HIMKO using his ultimate ability does not look like he'll be able to survive Mr. Brush's Death Ray though at the end. And there you go, he does get finished off. And the blue team stopping right here with the Bertha firing in. It does look like they will be able to actually do pretty good with this Bertha firing and using this as cover. But they are continuing to move. As it does look like, yeah, they are just going to move up the middle. Who is sent? That must be a custom path. Who is that? Who is that? That is Dark Knight. Dark Knight is the one that actually sent that, and it does look like there is a small drop over here by Tito. But the green team has been able to neutralize this top left outpost. They have not been able to take it under the control. And it does look like the blue team will get it back, but they probably will lose almost all of these units, as the green team has definitely scouted it and is starting to reposition their defenses. And I would assume Mr. Brush and Pro are just going to land in death ray and kill quite a lot of the units. It does look like Dark Knight has been able to ferry a couple of his units up top and will be able to distract this Gemini. So these Dillo, Buster, and Gemini, what a combination of units. And Tito, really low in health, trying to reposition that Buster, really needs to get away here, but it does look like he will be chased down by that saucer, and there you go. But it does look like Dark Knight has been able to station these 3 tank units. I guess they're all technically tank units, and firing lots of damage going down, and even more. Wow. Two more Gemini, or three more tanks, 2 Gemini and 1 Longhorn firing in. Look at all these units stationed up here. This is the unblockable ledge that is on Salt, and it's on the other side too. It's right here. And actually the blue team does have a defensive unit up there, which is kind of common to see in Salt. Mr. Brush, able to abduct that Longhorn, but still a lot of damage going down. I think this is probably going to be the end of the game. A little bit of repositioning by Dark Knight would be really, really beneficial. Well, actually, I think there's only 2 tanks firing in at this point, and it does look like the green team has sent every unit they have down here, and it's going for a death push at the blue fort. If that reaches the blue fort, it doesn't really look like they have anything to defend over here, and it does look like everything that the blue team had over here has been actually finished off. So yeah, the damage has stopped. The green team really needs to just drop and finish at this point. Finish off that green team before this push hits the fort, because this is a humongous push heading toward a fort with almost no defense, just 1 Longhorn up here. That's pretty much it. So right now, it does look like Titofigue with a Devastator. Will he be able to get all the way there? No, running out of energy, and he will get finished off here, I think. Oh, there you go. The Gemini gets it, and oh my gosh, Mr. Brush and Pro are going to be able to abduct the Devastator. That was their last hope. No, it does look like Dark Knight has another Devastator, and the green push has not hit the blue fort quite yet. Will this be able to get enough damage in time? Dark Knight recharging and going to reposition a little bit. It doesn't matter if you hit the corner guy. You really need to just hit the side, anything open, and just because the Devastator has so much piercing, and Dark Knight needs to reposition right now. The green push is so close right now. Is Dark Knight going to be able to get this damage off, and just a little bit more repositioning and a little bit more health than the Devastator? Great. It's such a tiny, but the abducted Devastator is able to block that dropped blue Devastator, and at this point the blue team has all those green tanks at the fort, and Titofigue with more Dillos, but not on the corners. Why not on the corners? And that is pretty much going to be it. I doubt that the green team is going to lose at this point. But we do have HIMKO trying to go all the way to that green fort. Devastator trying to defend at the front, but Dark Knight is not able to get the kind of blocking off that he needs. And right now, it does look like HIMKO is going to try to land with his ultimate, but does not get any fire off, so this is probably going to be it. Wow, all these green tanks already at the blue fort, pounding away at their health, and this is, yeah, there is nothing that the blue team can do. HIMKO has plenty of credits, but let's see, what does he have in his build queue? Just has a bunch of Gemini, but the blocking is not going to go down in time, and that is going to be it. The blue team going down to Tamil, Mr. Brush, and Pro, that green team, with an amazing game, so back and forth, that middle outpost under blue team's control, and green team pushing with what I thought was an inadequate army, just continuing the pressure, not stopping, continuing to reinforce, able to take that top outpost under the control, get the unit advantage, push all their units from that mid to that top left outpost. Pretty much all those units in that area all together were just completely killed, both blue and green. But the blue team pushing in, and those huge drops by DarkKnightxD, just tank after tank after tank, double, I think double 4-unit drop, something like that. It was at least 3 tanks per drop, and it did absurd amounts of damage, dropped on the unblockable ledge. And that was able to get the green team down to almost 0%. It was something like 10 or 15% that they were at left, and the blue team was just not able to get that finish. So congrats by the green team once again for taking this ranked game on Salt over Titofigue HIMKO and DarkKnightxD. Great game. Really amazing. This is the kind of AirMech I like to see. And artillery was actually used in pretty much the perfect way. They were kind of forced engagements, and you know, they were able to use them as support to their pushes as well. And just an overall great back and forth game. So guys, if you spec or play anything this exciting, this ridiculous, make sure to send it in to me and share it with other casters as well. Gotta just show the world how exciting AirMech is. This is RUI, and that is game.
See you next time.